Alright, guys and girls, welcome back. 2nd of February already, 2021 at the time of the video. Now, I've just heard some absolutely devastating news that the guy who basically, I think, raised 30 odd million pounds for National House Arrest, Sir Tom Moore, I think he was like a soldier or something, or was in the army or something. Yeah, he did the charity, I think it was last year, for the National Health Service, where he was walking in his garden, doing all these, I think like 100 plus laps. Just passed away today. And I believe, I don't know what he died of. I think it's probably the virus, because he had pneumonia as well. And they reckon he caught the COVIDs, and, well, he was rushed to the hospital and died today as well, so rest in peace. A hero in his own rights as well, and to everybody else as well, a hero to everyone. But I think, who is to blame for this? Now, obviously, if someone gives you a holiday, and says, look, I'll give you a free holiday or something called pay the entire sort of holiday fee and stuff, I suppose anybody would say, yeah, let's grab it. So, I mean, I wouldn't blame Tom Moore for doing that, because obviously he was 100. But you would think also you would know the risks around that age, because you're more attuned to what's going around. You've got a lot of knowledge around you. And when you get to that age, I suppose you have a lot more knowledge than anybody, really, to be honest. But who is to exactly blame for this? Thing is, right, loads and loads of family members right now, all locked up in their houses. We can't go out because of the pandemic, because of the lockdowns. We're doing our toad like we should be doing. We're locked up in the house. We only go out if we need essential goods. So, how come the airports are not closed down? Now, if it wasn't for the fact the airports were open, and also if it wasn't for the fact that he got a free holiday, now, nothing to do with the free holiday and stuff, but because he was given a free holiday trip by British Airways, it kind of makes you think then, should they be to blame for this? Should British Airways be putting their hands up and saying, look, it's our fault, we shouldn't have given, well, they should have given him a holiday for free, yes, but obviously they should have said to him, look, we'll give it you some time down the line when this pandemic's finished and all that. And I hope, to be honest, in my opinion, I hope they can come forward and apologise for the holiday that they gave him. Obviously, okay, yeah, he's in the 100, so obviously he's not going to be very around. He wouldn't have been around for much longer, or maybe he could have gone on for another 20 odd years. For us, because there was this woman I was reading up on the page the other day. She was like 130 odd years old, 140 or something that she died with. So anything's possible, and I think she was like the oldest lady in England so far that's outlived her, like, sort of age and all that, outlived her age. So, but it just goes to show that we're trying to keep to the lockdown. There's a lot of us who haven't seen family members, who haven't seen friends. We've been locked up all in this house and stuff, so we can't go out, we can't socialise, we can't go to pubs, we can't go to like these restaurants, we can't go to cafes, we can't talk to friends and all that there. Can't go to coffee bars and coffee shops and all that. Isle of Wight though, or actually Isle of Man, they did a really good thing there. They've not got one case of this virus there. So kudos to them. But they were arresting loads of people and stuff, and holding them against their will and stuff for like going out getting some fresh air. But that's another thing. But what really gets me is who's to blame. And to be honest, I hope that British Airways puts their hands up and said that it's our fault because of it. Now, obviously, he went on holiday with his family in December, I think, 2020 of last year. And as he came back, he had pneumonia as well, so that didn't really help his immune system. And then got COVID and then died of it. So, and as much as the National Health Service, right, is under sort of stress at the moment still, I felt like, in a way, right, a lot of people say it could be trolling. It's not trolling. It's not trolling. It's just an opinion at the end of the day. I think it is kind of selfish to some extent. Because obviously, yes, okay, he wants a holiday. But the thing is, everybody wanted a holiday. Everybody wants to go on holiday. Me and my mum went on holiday back in 2020, right? And that was prior to the lockdowns coming again, the second or third. I think it was the second lockdown. And luckily we got back in home and stuff, so that was good. But then is you've got to question yourself, and I think also this has got to come down to the UK government as well. They should have been closing all the borders off. They should not letting people out of the country, regardless of letting them back in as well. And just closing all the airports down for the time being. No travel. There shouldn't be no flipping travel in the first place. But obviously, on Tom's side, it was slightly selfish. But I mean, obviously, not gonna sort of begrudge him with a holiday. I mean, he deserved a holiday and stuff for all the work he put through. But obviously, it's sort of that tip of the balance, guys and girls. But let us know in the comments below what you guys and girls think. I just think, to be honest, if all of us went out and about right now and said, fuck it, we're going on holiday and all that, we'd probably all be dead by the time we got back anyway. And then even the National Health Service would have been even more in dire straits than it is. So, it's one of those things. But I'm thinking as well, how come his family didn't say to their dad, okay, look, what we'll do, we'll arrange a holiday or get British Airways to see if we can arrange the holiday till maybe next year. Or maybe like sometime in a couple of months when this is all like sort of down and stuff instead. And also, he couldn't have the vaccine jab due to the fact that he had pneumonia. So I didn't know it was that you couldn't have the vaccine if you got pneumonia then. So I suppose it's because you've got the pneumonia already. If you're putting another virus in the body as well, I suppose that's going to be a big strain on the immune system as well, working wise at least anyway. But let us know in the comments below, guys and girls. This is just sort of my opinion on it. I'm sure you've got other opinions out there as well. Let us know. I mean, yours might be different. You might agree with me. You might disagree with me on it. I want your comments below. Stay safe, guys and girls, and I'll see you on the next episode.